Sanaa is just as good as ever, honey.
Can't you do that someplace else?
Well, I'll only be a minute.
Well, worse than Junior.
Here's the greatest bass fly that was ever made. And speaking about Junior, Dan Carter called me from the school again yesterday. I'll do something about that boy.
Oh, Bill, it's just that he's got a little more imagination than most boys.
A little more?
Well, comes by it honestly.
What do you mean by that, Crack?
What about those 7-pound bass you used to catch before we were married?
7-pound bass? Why, those fish were that long and weighed at least... Okay.
You can't deny he's his father's son.
No. Guess we wouldn't want him any different either, would we?
Oh, Bill, will you stop fooling around with that stuff? Get it off the table.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for something. I had a little box of swivels. Did you see him any place?
No.
Hey, Constance, remember this?
Oh, good heavens, Bill. Is that the gun?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the one. Brings back memories, huh?
Mm-hmm. Wonderful memories.
Yes, it reminds me that I haven't been fishing since.
Well, that's a fine romantic statement. Wouldn't have said that 15 years ago.
Oh, so now I'm not romantic.
Now, Bill. Bill, sit down.
So I'm not romantic.
Bill, stop it now. For heaven's sake, your breakfast is going to get cold.
I'm worried about my breakfast getting cold.
Atta girl, Mom. Make him fight for it. Hi, Mom. Good morning, dear. Wow, a gun! Gosh, Pop, I didn't know you had a gun.
Leave that alone.
Be careful, both of you.
It's all right. It's not loaded. Probably couldn't fire it if you tried.
Well, don't try. Oh, gee, where'd you get it? Your father found it years ago, before you were born. Oh, when you first met Mom?
Around about that time.
Gosh, did you have it with you on the trip? Junior, go get your milk. It's in the refrigerator. Oh, okay, Mom.
Don't break my fishing pole, Junior. I haven't even left yet.
Gosh, Papa, I'm sorry.
Oh, those were great days, weren't they, Butch?
Great.
Dan Carter and you and me in that truck. Midvale killer on the loose.
You and Dan fighting in the winery?
Oh, that was to see who got the first date with you. I'll never forget how scared Dan was. Remember, he wanted to take that cop along with us? Thought we might run into the Midvale killer.
Gosh, the Midvale bank killing. Gee, it must have been exciting. You and Mom, 1,000 cops zooming up and down the road, a fight in the winery. Junior, stop it. Gosh, did you beat him up, Pop? Did you?
Eat your breakfast.
Well, did you?
Constance, he's using his spoon handle again.
Junior. All right, for you. If you two won't tell me, I'll go down to Mr. Cudgeon's haberdashery store and ask him. You leave Mr. Cudgeon's alone.
Have you been discussing your mother and me with that old fool?
Bill. Oh, gosh, no, Pop. I know a family secret when I hear one. Oh, boy. Pop, did it ever occur to you that this might be the very gun that was used in the Midvale bank killing?
So help me, if you tell one more of those fantastic tales, I'll... Oh, and speaking of fantastic stories, that reminds me.
After breakfast, Bill, you'll spoil his digestion.
How about my digestion? It's spoiled 3 times a day when his school calls me.
I told them to leave you alone. You better be quiet. Father got your report card yesterday.
Yes, and it might interest you to know that there was another D in deportment. Put that gun down.
Another D? How do you like that teacher?
27 tardy marks in the last 28 days. A perfect record, except for that one day.
Well, don't you remember, Pop? I was absent one day.
Look, son, one more tardy mark and I have to appear before the Truancy Commission. And that means trouble. Trouble for me and for you.
That principal? Oh, now, darling, Dan is your father's dearest friend. I know. They used to work together. Killer Carter.
Mr. Carter to you. If anyone else were principal of your school, you'd have been thrown out long ago.
Honest, Mom, the man's full of trickery. Else why would he send my report card to Pop's office?
Oh, brother. Now, you listen to me. This one-man war of yours with Dan Carter is going to stop and stop right now. Do you understand?
Well, gosh, Pop, somebody's got to be on the alert. As soon as my organization cracks Carter's case, I'm turning the whole thing over to the FBI.
Junior! You dare tell one more of those stories. Have you any idea what your son does? Dan calls me up every day, practically cries on the telephone. If you make up one more of those insane tales, every time he tells a story, he makes Dan Carter the villain.
Darling, why do you... Oh, Mom, you don't know what's going on. You're blinded to reality.
Oh, last year he had all the girls in the school carrying brass knuckles. He convinced them that Dan was the grandson of Jack the Ripper.
Oh, but you've never seen his eyes when he's teaching hygiene. Why, the man even looks like a thug.
Oh, for...
Junior, how can you say such things?
All I do is use a little imagination.
Well, stop using your imagination. Every time you use your imagination, you think up some fantastic story that gets Dan Carter into trouble. Now, you cut out this monkey business, or I'm going to pull you out of that school and put you where you belong.
Gosh, Pop, with all the radio commentators you listen to, you'd think somebody would have put you wise. Can't you see they're all at work? A pulls one string, B pulls another, right down the line to the big boss, Dangerous Dan.
Mr. Carter!
Mr. Carter. There are a lot of people in this town that think he's a great guy, leading citizen and all that. Why, if I told you just half what I know about him, he'd be in Alcatraz right this minute.
Now, you...
Bill.
Oh, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go on my vacation before he spoils the whole thing for me.
Oh, Junior, you've got to get over these silly notions. Bill, talk to him.
You talk to him. I'm going fishing.
Well, but he's your son.
He's yours, too.
You see what I mean? He's afraid to face life.
Oh, Junior, I don't know what we're going to do with you.
But, Mom, I was only trying to help him.
Why don't you go tell him you're sorry?
Oh, gee.
Oh, go ahead. He's just starting on his vacation.
But, Mom...
I'll see what you've done. You've upset him so much he even forgot to kiss me goodbye.
All right. You know, Mom, I think it's about time I had a little talk with Pop. Hey, Pop! Wait a minute! You forgot something!
Whatever you can keep. You've given me enough trouble already.
But, Pop, I just wanted to give you this gun that you...
What's the matter with you? Why didn't you leave it home in the first place? Junior, why is it that you feel that you have to carry the troubles of the world on your shoulders?
Pop, you don't want me to just stand by and watch everything go wrong.
You'll have plenty of time to worry about the world. Right now, you concentrate on your school.
I want to be like you, Pop. Live dangerously.
Yes, I understand, but, well, we can't have Mother work all the time, can we?
Oh, no, Pop. Boy, I bet you and Mom had lots of adventures before you were married.
You mustn't let your imagination run away with you.
Now, you don't have to tell me. I can read between the lines. This is swell, Pop. We ought to talk things over more often.
Tell you what I'll do. You be a good boy, and if I'm not called back into town on account of some of your shenanigans, I'll chase back in Friday and pick you up. That'll give us the weekend of fishing together. How about it?
Gosh, Pop, do you mean it? Oh, sure, I'll be good. Honest, I will.
No more being late? Lay off your teachers? No wild stories? You mean you're really going to let me fish in peace?
Sure, Pop.
It's a deal?
It's a deal.
Well, here you are. Keep moving now. I don't want you to be late again.
I won't. Have a good time, Pop.
See you Friday?
You bet. Don't worry, I'll be good.
That's a boy.
So long, Pop. Hey, we better hurry. We'll be late.
Wait a minute, I got something I want to tell you.
What's the matter? You in trouble?
Remember that fingerprint set you gave me? I tried it on my pop's bureau last night. I thought you said that stuff was invisible.
Oh, no, stupid. I can see you're not ready for official responsibilities. You better dispose of that secret formula within a fortnight.
My mom already threw it in the garbage can. What's a fortnight?
Oh, come on. I don't want to be marked late today. Wait a second.
Huh?
We almost walked into it.
Into what?
Well, you see that door?
Sure, I walk through it every morning.
It's a trap. Come on.
But, Junior, where are you going?
Never mind. I just can't be late today. Remind me to tell all the operatives to get underground.
Underground? But, Junior, our classroom's upstairs.
Well, we gotta lay low until my father gets back from his fishing trip. Follow me.
Gee, Junior, it's dark in there.
What'd you expect? Neon?
Gosh, I didn't mean...
Okay, then. Keep quiet.
But, Junior, you sure you know where you're going?
Oh, if you don't have confidence in...
Golly, why do we have to crawl backwards?
If somebody was following us, could you see him with your back turned to him?
Gosh, no.
You go that way, Horace. You take the right fork.
Oh, Junior.
We gotta split up. One of us might get caught.
Golly, I don't want to go down there by myself.
It's okay, Horace. I checked it for landmines last week.
Gee, you did? But how about you?
If they get me, carry on.
What on earth do you think you're doing?
Keep back,
Who is
Operator
that?
38.
Come out of
It's a
there.
trap. It's a
Come
trap.
out of there. This man is the idea. And then he knocked me down and pulled out this gigantic pistol.
Oh, but if you'd only give me a chance to explain...
I should think you would explain. Sneaking through an air vent with a deadly weapon in his pocket.
Junior, I can't understand why you should have... Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right. It's only that this whole thing's made me a little nervous.
Incredible. I can't believe that a youngster would carry a gun.
Incredible. You think I brought this thing into the school?
Oh, but Miss Howard, honestly, I didn't have the least idea that...
Where did you say he came from?
Out of one of those.
Hurry on, Operator 38!
I've never heard of anything like it in the entire history of education. Young man, when the principal gets back, I think you will find you've disturbed the even tenor of our way for the last...
Go ahead, beat me. Beat me with a rubber hose. I still won't talk.
I warned you what you were up against, Lieutenant.
Look, Sonny, we're not trying to cause any trouble for you. We just want to straighten everything out. You don't want me to have to send for your father, do you?
Oh, but you wouldn't call him. He didn't have anything to do with it.
How come you don't want your old man down here?
Because he's on a fishing trip. It's the first fishing trip he's been on in 15 years, and gosh, it's very important that he don't be disturbed.
How do you know that?
Because he told me.
How do you know it was 15 years?
I got a way of knowing.
What is it?
Well, it's the Midvale bank robbery.
What about the Midvale bank robbery?
Well, it's the last time Pop went fishing.
Where'd you get the gun, from your old man?
I'll leave Pop out of this. He's on a trip.
Yeah. And it looks like we're going to have to send for him.
Oh, but wait a minute, mister. Well, you know, if I wanted to, I could put you on something real hot.
Like what?
Well, will you leave my Pop alone if I give you a real lead?
Okay, Sonny, now just tell me all about it.
Well, there's a gun, well, you got a gun well, everybody knows you gotta solve a crime scientifically.
What crime?
Well, why don't you take that gun down to ballistics and have it checked with the slug they took out of the Midvale bank teller?
Oh, boy.
Oh, you don't believe me, huh? You want to pass up a chance to crack a great case like this? Why, they'd probably make captains out of all of you.
Yeah. Joe, I know this is silly, but take it down to ballistics and have them check it.
Oh, but Lieutenant, this kid is only...
Yeah, I know. I'm a sucker, but they haven't caught the guy yet, so check it.
Okay. You're certainly not going to listen to any more of this Tommy rot. The boy's a pathological liar, that's all. When Mr. Carter comes back, he'll attend to you.
Mr. Carter. Why, I could tell you a few very interesting things about him, too.
The boy's parents should have been called long ago.
Yeah, about 14 years ago.
Look, will you not talk to the boy, please? You're rattling. Now, Sonny, let's stick to the Midvale killing. Never mind about the principal.
The principal. Why, there's a lot of people in this town that think he's a great guy, leading citizen and all that.
Well, that's right. Of course he is.
Why, I got enough on him to send him...
Mr. Gittles, please. Now, Sonny, I want you to tell me exactly why you think that's the Midvale gun.
Will you do that? Otherwise, I've got to call your father and the principal, and I'll ask them.
There goes recess.
Now, wait a minute. Recess will wait. Just tell me all you know about the Midvale murder. Will you do that?
Gosh, I don't know. I heard a little from my mother and father, but, gee, I really couldn't tell you unless I kind of filled in the blank spaces myself.
That's okay, kid. We all gotta do that sometime. How do you think we solve these tough crimes? Why do you think they got such smart men on the force? Men with imagination.
You mean it's okay for me to use my imagination?
Yeah, that'll be all right. Go right ahead.
Well, it all began in Midvale, California on a dark and stormy night.
Wait a minute, kid. Get this down, Johnson, all of it. Okay, kid. Shoot.
Well, it all began in Midvale, California on a dark and stormy night. It was a kind of a night when criminals, a night of intrigue, robbery, murder. Into this innocent sleeping community steals a desperate criminal. This was his only calling card, his gun. His objective, the vault of the Midvale Bank. The desperado raced with his loot to the border, the arm of the law on his heels. They chased him all night long. First they had him, then they didn't.
Calling all cars, calling all cars. Be on the lookout for desperate bank robber heading south from Midvale. He's wanted for murder and robbery committed at the Midvale City Bank.
7 hours have passed since the daring bank robbery, and still the manhunt continues. All roads are blocked. Sheriff's posses have joined the regular highway patrol in pursuit of a dark sedan. As yet, the authorities have no description of the desperado. Persons driving on highways leading to the border are warned of...
My mother was really hep in those days. She was even more beautiful than... Say, have you ever seen my mom?
No, I never seen your mom. And what's that got to do with the Midvale bank robbery?
Oh, I'm coming to that. Mom knew there was a robbery, and she knew there was a storm, but she was in a hurry. Now, the only thing Mom didn't know was...
Hello, baby. Now, don't let it bother you, honey. After our first kiss, you'll forget all about it. Oh, gee, you're cute when you're mad. Oh, now, look, sweetie, there was a storm. I couldn't do anything about it. Oh, but sugar, I couldn't help it. Oh, now, wait a minute, honey. There was a storm. Oh, you know I'm working. You're right there in the office. All you have to do is look on the maintenance board. You'll see my name. Oh, now, honey, look, I didn't blow these wires down myself, you know.
Hey!
Hey, come down from there. You can't leave that truck like that.
What? No, there's nobody here, honey. I'm all alone. No, I haven't been drinking. A little high, but that hasn't got... What?
Tell you call her back later. I'm in a hurry.
Well, okay. Okay, yeah, that's good with me, too. If that's the attitude you want to take. Well, all I can say is heaven help your husband. If you're ever lucky enough to get one.
Look, kid, this is a very interesting story, but what's all this got to do with a Midvale robbery?
When I think that dizzy phone operator might have been my mother, I shudder all over. Officer, did you ever look at a dizzy blonde and think of her as a possible mother for you?
Who, me?
It's a terrible experience. And the way my pop used to be, I go through it all the time.
Yeah, that was a cute trick you pulled. You see my warning sign? Generally mean to stop looking.
Look, you've got to get me out of here. So funny.
Your face.
Listen here, there's a law law against parking right in the middle
And
of
there's a law against going 100 miles an hour, too. That's better. Well, much as I hate to, you just sit tight and I'll dig you out. When I say go, you let her rip. Remember now, not until I say go.
What'd you say?
No, turn it on until I say go.
Oh. Nothing happened.
Kid, I'm sure your old lady was a very sharp babe, and this is all very interesting. But when do we get to the bank robbery?
Now, don't get the wrong idea, officer. In 13 years of scrapping, that was the only time Mom ever beat Pop to the punch.
I cleaned your hat, and I'm not going to apologize anymore, and you've still got some mud in your ear.
Fry's the name. Bill Fry. Short and sweet.
Constance Denning. Took more time with me.
Constance Denning. I don't think I like it. Doesn't seem to fit you.
I've been wearing it for years.
No, you know, you look more like I'd say a Butch. I think I'll call you Butch.
Just call me when we get to the nearest airport.
The airport? Nothing around here but a bus stop. I'm going to pick a pal of mine up there, so I'll drive you over. Got to fix another break in the wire further down.
Oh, look, I'm in a hurry.
What for? You're young yet. Fairly young.
I'll have you know I'm on my way to Los Angeles to get married.
Why?
Why what?
Why for would you want to marry a drip like that?
You don't even know him.
Certainly I know him. Who else but a drip would let his girl go slumming around the country getting picked up in trucks by strange landmen? Yes, it's fixed. No more line breaks.
Hey, hurry up, will you?
No, I will not come into the office. The answer is no.
So that's how you work those things. I've always wondered.
That's it.
Oh, please, hurry. I've got to catch that bus.
Take it easy. I'm coming. How do you like that? Imagine that guy. Take a desk job and lose your independence.
What are you going to do when you give me the other shoe?
Huh? Oh. Take away a man's independence, and what has he got? Nothing.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I'll quit first.
First after what?
Oh, the boss wants to make me district supervisor.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? Me work inside? Oh, he's got his wires crossed, not me.
What's the matter with you? You want to be a tramp all your life?
Who's a tramp?
Who else but a tramp would go around in a truck all over back roads picking up dames?
those fellas that killed that Midvale bank cashier.
Oh, golly, I'm petrified.
You look kind of cute, petrified.
Now, right then and there was the beginning of the end for Pop. Mom had him snagged on the hook, and all she had to do was reel him in. But she wasn't thinking about that. Mom was worrying about catching that bus. She was all set to leave my Pop when fate intervened. Who's lived with my Pop as long as I have knows he's likely to get sore about nothing when you least expect it. Sometimes Mom's unreliable, too. Of course, having lived around them, I know how to handle the situation. But they just met, and naturally there was nothing but trouble till they realized that parents are, after all, not normal people.
Hey, bring back my shoes.
Oh, there's a place for men like you. Built specially for people like you. A place with cells in it. Padded cells. And if I should happen to see your keeper, I'll most certainly...
Now, you listen to me. I was crazy to be nice to you in the first place. Nuts to give a dame like you a lift. Believe me, sister, in the future, if my life depended on it...
It does, buddy.
If my life... depended on it.
Cut out the gab, buddy, and drive.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Fry.
You too, sister. Get in the truck. Get the lead out of your feet. All right, buddy, hit the back road. I said get off this highway.
Okay. Keep your shirt on.
You know the back roads?
They've got a phone line on them. I know them.
Good. Hey, turn off here. Here, let me get this out of your way. Say, you're kind of cute.
Leave her alone.
Take it easy. I'm not going to hurt your girl.
I'm not his girl.
Oh, you're not. What are you beefing about, buddy? Keep your eye on the road. Now, as I was saying... Well, wise guy, what are you stalling for?
Well, I don't mind you shooting off your mouth, but it looks like one of your stray bullets this morning wounded an innocent radiator.
Okay. Any gas station can plug a hole. Get moving.
What, and crack a cell in the head? Don't be stupid.
Did you call me stupid?
I wonder if you people could give me a lift for a little way. I'm afraid my car is going to break down. Something seems to be wrong.
Beat it. We got no room.
Oh, I could squeeze in anywhere. I don't care. I'm just a cork bobbing on the waves. No family, no home, no worldly possessions. Only one small suitcase filled with neckties.
I
I said beat it.
Perhaps I'd better introduce myself. My name is Cudgens, and speaking of neckties, I do wish...
Well, how far are you going, Mr. Cudgens?
Well, it really doesn't matter. I'm just a cork bobbing on the waves, no home, no family.
Why don't you shut up?
My, what a nasty character. Young man, I've a mind to teach you a lesson.
Like what, for instance?
Where did you say you wanted to go, Mr. Cudgens?
Oh, I don't care anywhere. I'm just a cork bobbing.
Yes, waves. No home, no family, suitcase full of neckties. Oh, brother, that's all we needed. Look, Cudgens, these two just got hitched. Oh, now, wait a minute. We don't want to be three as a crowd.
They did? Oh, why, of course not, but you were with them.
I'm her brother. I got to make sure he treats her right.
Now, wait just one moment, Mr. Whatever your name is.
Quiet. Cops.
Yeah! Oh, my goodness.
Get this straight. If the bulls stop, I'll have a beat on you all the time. Now listen, tough stuff. My head's just about full of your phony threats. Maybe you want to drive without a head. I know him. Hello, Frank.
Since when did the telephone company put in bus service?
Bus? Oh, yes, a serious infraction of the rules.
Don't you know that I could arrest you for parking on the highway like this?
Oh, you could? Well, yes, look at the way I'm parked, too. Not even good. Way out in the middle.
Do you realize how many people are killed in a situation just like this?
Just like this.
I got a good mind to haul you in.
He's gonna haul us in.
Yeah.
What do you think? I'm kidding? I'm serious. Come on, get out of there. You don't think I'd do anything like that to you, Bill? Where's your sense of humor?
He's not going to haul us in.
Yeah, I saw it when I first came in. Nice dish. Nice little setup you got here, Bill. All the comforts of home.
Yeah. Yes. A lot of room back there. Fella could maybe live in there for a while. Had a hitchhiker in there once for 3 days before I found him. He was hiding.
No. You know, maybe I better take a look, Bill, huh?
Yeah.
You never can tell where the mug we're looking for might be.
That's right.
You don't think I'd fall for an old hit like that, do you, Bill?
He's always gagging. You better watch out for him, honey. When he gets caught, he's a killer. Worse in the county.
Oh, I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
Yeah, I know. He's a great guy. Well, so long, Bill. Keep out of trouble.
Thanks. I haven't got my driver's... Didn't get away with it, did you? I got to get moving. We'll go right ahead.
Don't mind us.
Oh, come on, get going. Truck won't go without water, not very far at any rate. All right, come on, get out of the truck, both of you. Hey, what are you doing? She's putting on her shoes. Dainty, ain't she? Never mind the shoes. Come on, get out of the truck. Not that way.
Hey, let go of me, you
Leave her alone. Get out of here. Go on, crawl out on his side. Stand by the truck. I want you both to be where I can watch you. Hey, come on back here. See that car coming down the road there?
Yeah, I see it.
When he gets here, you stop it.
You don't mean we can...
Nah.
No.
I'm giving orders. When he gets here, you ask the guy to get out and help you start the truck. When he gets out, I'll take care of him, see?
Yes, I see. Hey, wait a minute. I'm not going to get...
Stop that car.
Oh, now, look, you, I
said stop it.
Yeah.
Go on. Go on.
asked you newlyweds if you knew where there was a place a fella could find a nice, warm, comfortable bed for the night. That's a silly question to ask you, isn't it?
Halfway down the road. You better hurry before they hang out the no vacancy sign.
Oh, I'm in no hurry. I hope the car can make it. I don't know why, but I feel half dead this afternoon.
Gee, don't know why.
Don't you think we're a little bit crowded in here?
Oh.
Say, how's your brother? Say, that husband of yours is a bit jumpy. I would suggest a little sedative for his nerves. Nothing drastic, you know, just a simple little tonic. Maybe you better take one for yourself.
Oh, Mr. Cudgins.
Well, no, she'll be all right. Look, buddy, you better blow.
Yeah, you better go.
My, you people are awfully nervous. Look at me. No bed, traveling night and day, car practically out of gas. But am I nervous? No.
Did you say out of gas?
Oh, yeah, I found out that's what's wrong with it.
Oh, well, you certainly can't kill a man for being out of gas, can you?
No.
No. Say, my dear, you better do something about your husband. He's on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
I certainly will, Mr. Cudgins. You better run along and get that room now. It's very hard to get rooms.
Okay.
Yes, I certainly will, Mr. Cudgins. Goodbye now, huh?
Climb in, both of you. You can drive this heap far enough to get down the side under them trees, can't you?
And then what do we do? Build nests?
Then we hoof it. Get in.
Hey, slow down, will you? I can't keep up with you.
He's hurt?
My wedding slippers pinch a little.
Disappointed, aren't you?
Girl doesn't get a chance every day.
Tired?
Awful tired.
Yes. Sit down and rest a minute.
Come on, keep moving, you two.
Well, can't you see the kid's worn out?
Yeah, what do you want me to do? Call a taxi?
Why don't you be a little gentleman and run along? We won't talk.
Never mind the gentleman stuff. You won't get a chance to talk. Get on your feet, sister.
How about it?
Oh, tell him to shoot me. I can't walk another step.
Hey, speaking of gentlemen, what kind of a gentleman are you with another guy's doll in your arms?
Why don't you mind your own business? Who told you whose doll I am?
You did.
Oh. Bill.
Yeah?
I've been kind of a nuisance, haven't I?
No, I wouldn't say that, Butch. I think you've been a good sport. Just about the best in the world.
Give you a reference, too, if you ever happen to need one.
Offhand, I can't think of another babe that could have stood up to it better.
Well, they're prettier compliments, but none I like better.
Looks like my luck's holding after all. Get in.
Hey, wait a minute. The company hasn't given me the course in car stealing yet.
It's easy. You just get in and drive. Go ahead.
Look, you're crazy to try and steal this car. Why, in 10 minutes, the owner will call
Leave
every...
the local characters to me. Get in.
You think with a gun.
I'll do the talking, you do the driving.
Surprise. Crank it.
All right, come on, get going. Come on, drive.
It won't go. boy, mister. Keep your eye on this fella. He's the...
Take it easy, Pop. You got us all wrong. We're just on our way back from a wedding when the car busted down. Ain't that right, kids? Go ahead, honey. Show the man your wedding dress. You know how it is, Pop. We had car trouble on the way back from their wedding. Yeah.
Oh, that's a very pretty dress. Gay fella.
We're just going to borrow this car to the next hotel. You see how it is, Pop. You got kids.
Sure, I got 6 girls, all married.
Yeah, then you understand.
Oh, say, maybe we wouldn't have to go to the hotel. We might be able to stay here. How about it? Have you got any extra rooms?
Hey, wait a minute. You
I think that's a wonderful idea.
I wouldn't want to bust in on you like that.
How about it, mister? Have you got room for us?
Well, if you want to spend your honeymoon in my house, it's not very fancy, but I got plenty room.
Nah, they got to have a fancy room. Come on.
Oh, no, we don't. I'd love to stay.
All right, follow me.
Well, since you're the best man, you can carry the luggage.
Maybe you better have your hands full, too.
That's right. Very sweet. Always carry the bride across the threshold. My wife and me, we did the same thing.
Sorry, Butch.
Hey, wise guy. You better make it look real.
Come in, please. Make yourself comfortable. This was my daughter Regina's room. Oh, we got a nice fresh spring water for you and for your little pins. My wife, she made that. Sit down, please. Make yourself comfortable. Oh, my daughter Regina, she made that.
Very pretty.
Oh, yes.
I'll take care of that.
Oh, excuse me, please. I think they would like to be alone now, eh?
Good night.
Hey, what for you? Take the key?
I gotta lock them in. It's an old Eskimo custom.
They're Eskimos? You mean from Eskimo?
Sure.
Oh, well, at least we got rid of...
Yeah. Well, there ought to be another way to get out of here.
Hey, you, wise guy. Just don't try to pull anything. I'll be sitting here right by the window.
Don't catch cold.
Good night.
Well, might as well get comfortable. Not much like you pictured it, is it, Butch?
No, it isn't. Nothing's the way I pictured it. I'm tired, my feet hurt, and for 2 cents I go and punch that lug right in the nose.
Come on. You come on with me. What you need is a lot of rest. I don't wonder that you're worn out. And that your feet hurt. Running around those clodhoppers of mine all day. Anyway, the whole thing's my fault.
She wouldn't say that. It's not anybody's fault.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Butch, I could have caught that bus. If I'd wanted to.
Could you, Bill? Gordon would say if he could see me now?
Who's that, the lucky man?
Guess he'd be so shocked he couldn't say a word.
Yeah.
Bill? Good night, Bill. That telephone operator you were talking to this morning, she cute? Bill.
What?
Let's not talk anymore.
It's just a dream, but give me the address anyhow. Hey, Butch. Hey, Butch. Ain't much cuter than that telephone operator.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry. Really, I am, Gordon, but... Gordon, you really wouldn't want me now. Well, I'm afraid there's nothing more to say except goodbye. Operator, give me the business office, please. Hello, I'd like to leave a message for the business supervisor. Will you tell him that Bill Fry called to say that he'd accept that promotion? That's right. Supervisor William Fry. Who's calling? Why, Mrs. Fry, of course. Silly girl. Operator, give me the police department.
Hey, get down from there. What do you want to do, kill yourself?
Please hurry, this is an emergency. Oh!
Take a shot at my girl, will you?
Your girl, that's a hot one.
Oh, Bill, no! Bill, he's running! Bill, don't go get him! He's going to the winery! Bill, he's in the winery! Hey, Bill, get me down from here!
Stay right where you are, honey.
Bill! Come on, Bill! Bill, help! Bill!
right. Say, can you tell me where I can get... Oh, my goodness.
There's a killer loose in here. Keep down and keep cool.
Cool? I'm cool as a cucumber. I'm cold.
Who are you?
My name's Tudgett. I sell neckties.
Later. Now, my friend, this makes things more even. Look out, Pop, you might get hurt. You'll get hurt. She's no loaded. You better look out. I've got a shotgun.
Hey, Bill! Never mind the fight! Get me down from here!
If you come one more step,
Get me up here!
I'll plug that girl.
Bill! Bill, get me down from here!
Put that gun down.
It's gonna break! Bill! Hey, Bill! I'm gonna die! I'm too young!
All right. I've had enough of this. I'm blowing out of here. You never seen me, you understand? If any of you cracks, I'll get you. If it's the last thing I ever do.
Junior, before the guy gets through the door, will you tell us for the love of Mike, who is he? Look, Junior, please. We've been listening to you for 2 hours. Now, will you tell me, who is he?
Well, I'm just getting to that. Take it easy. I'm almost at the end of the story.
Oh, fine, fine. Mr. Carter's secretary just phoned. He's on his way up.
Who's Carter?
He's the principal of our school.
Watch out for him, officer. No, I warn you.
Mr. Carter, I'm glad you're here.
How do you do, Mr. Carter? Hello. Well, what seems to be the trouble? Oh, you again, I suppose.
Wait a minute now. I'm warning you.
Now, take it easy, Sonny.
He hasn't always been a principal.
Yes, I know. Mr. Carter.
He's known as Killer Carter.
Look, we'll get back to that. Oh, now, wait a minute. Are you trying to tell... After all the time I've spent here... Oh, I see. Junior's been regaling you with another of his stories. Well, don't get upset, gentlemen. No matter how interesting it may be, it's quite probable that whatever he's told you is pure fabrication. Fortunately, we've always been able to keep his storytelling among ourselves until now.
Looks like we've made a little mistake. We're all sorry about it, Mr. Carter. We, like you say, he tells yarns, and we kind of went along with it. It was, nobody was hurt, you know. It was all in fun.
I'm glad you take that view of it. I shouldn't like to see the boy get into any serious trouble.
Hi, Lieutenant. Yeah? This is a gun, all right. What? Yep, ballistics checked it.
It is.
Well, can you tie it up?
You see what I tell you.
Now, please, son. Well, gentlemen, if you'll excuse us, I don't want to seem rude, but after all, we have a school to run, you know.
Just a moment, Mr. Carter. Have you ever seen this gun before?
I don't think so. But even if I had, how could I identify it?
Suppose I told you that Junior got that gun from his father. Would that help you any?
Yes, it might be Bill's gun.
Then you know Mr. Fry.
Oh, yes, we're old friends.
What about the gun?
The gun? Well, it's been so many years.
About, 15 years?
Oh, yes, about. But really, gentlemen...
Go on.
Go on, but...
What were you doing 15 years ago?
I was riding the phone truck with Bill Fry.
Oh, yeah? And maybe you can remember just exactly what you were doing in that truck.
I was known as a stump jumper, a troubleshooter, telephone maintenance man to you. You see, during storms, we used to go...
Oh, then you were there the night of the storm, huh? The night that...
What storm?
The one the night of the Midvale murder.
Oh, yes, I was there.
And the next day?
The next day? Well, it's been so long ago. Oh, yes. This boy's father and mother picked me up in the phone truck at the bus station.
That was, quite a little trip you took.
I should say.
Oh, what do you need for a conviction in this state?
Now, you just wait a minute, Sonny. Mr. Carter, is it true that you fought over the affections of Mrs. Fry?
She wasn't Mrs. Fry at that time.
you did suffer a severe beating at the hands of the boy's father.
I did not. I beat the trousers off him.
It may interest you to know that our ballistics department has checked this gun and found it to be the same one used in the Midvale killing 15 years ago. And bullets don't lie. Now, I'd appreciate any reasonable explanation you can give me as to the origin of this gun.
Do you mean to say that this... What do you know about that?
What do you know about it?
All I know is that Bill did find a gun in the back of his truck one day.
He found it.
That's a hot one. He found it.
You don't mean to say that you suspect Bill?
Were you ever at the Petrucci winery?
I wouldn't have been if that boy's father had remembered to put some water in the radiator. You don't mean that you suspect me?
Oh, certainly not, Mr. Carter. I have implicit faith in your innocence. We're just trying to clear the whole thing up, you see. As a matter of fact, I've sent for another witness who I'm sure will corroborate your story. Just type up the boy's statement, Johnson, the whole thing.
Just like a cork bobbing on the wind. Goodness. Accurate even to my very words.
Well?
The Midvale bank killing. Why, that brings back memories. Well, I can remember that...
Yeah, never mind the memories. We've got enough romance in this thing already. What I want to know is there any truth in this thing?
Oh, I wasn't with them through all this. I just saw them briefly. Like the boy says, in those days I was just like a cork bobbing.
Yeah. But what about the kid's story? Does it make any sense?
Why, yes, I'd say a great deal of sense. As far as I saw, the lad's story is quite accurate.
Do you mean?
Well, Fry was very nervous. Close to a breakdown, I'd say. My, what an alarming bell.
It's only the kids getting out.
Oh.
Now, you were saying Fry was nervous. What about him, Mr. Carter?
Well, even then, he was quite an overbearing character. Why, you must remember there's lots I didn't see.
Where is he?
Oh, Bill, thank goodness you're here.
Oh, there you are. So I wasn't going to be called back in.
Now, carry away. Bill, back the thing.
You know what?
Can I help it if the man's a criminal?
Oh, that's the last straw. Now he's involving an innocent man in a murder. Why you this guy?
Bill, you let him go. Let him go at once. Take off those muddy boots.
Boots.
By the way, Pop, how was the fishing trip? Did you catch anything?
How was the fishing trip? Junior, as big as you are, I'm going to give you the darndest licking that you... Go upstairs and get your boxing gloves.
Oh, okay, Pop.
No, never mind. Come back here. How did you ever dream up that pack of lies?
Oh, gosh, Pop, I explained to the cops that I'd have to fill in the blank spaces with my imagination.
Blank spaces?
Junior, there were no blank spaces.
Yeah, well, you gotta admit that gun checked, and then Mr. Cudgeon said that everything was true.
Oh, that meddlesome old fool. He must be out of his mind.
Bill, for heaven's sake, will you please take off those boots? You're going to ruin my rug.
Okay, if Dangerous Dan didn't do it, who did?
How do I know who did it? Am I a detective? All I know is that Dan Carter didn't do it.
Pop, you're living in a fool's paradise.
Why, you... Junior, listen to your father. At the time of the murder, Dan and I were 40 miles from Midvale. We were on a telephone pole, splicing broken wire in a storm. We were together.
Child's play. Haven't you ever heard of how Jesse James alibied himself by using a double?
That double. I lived with Dan. I ate with him. I was on a 30-foot pole 2 feet from his face talking to him. And you say it was a double.
Pop, did it ever occur to you that he might be an expert in hypnotism? Did you ever think of that? Now, Pop, violence won't get you anywhere.
Bill, stop it. Stop it at once. Do you hear? Are you not going to remove those boots?
No, I'm not going to remove those boots. Where's Dan now?
He's in jail.
In jail? Well, just don't stand there. Go get your hat on. We got to get him out of there. Wait a minute, young man. You're coming too. They can't do this.
Pop, don't you realize that one clue, a simple idea, would crack this case in a minute as far as you and Mom are concerned?
Junior, please do me just one favor. Don't get any more ideas.
Pop, where did you get that gun? You gotta tell me, where'd you get it?
We found it in the back of the truck when we left the winery.
Then that means whoever shot the clerk in the Midvale bank ditched the gun in your car.
That's very brilliant. We've been telling that to the police since lunchtime.
Come on, cough it up. Why'd you plant that gun in my father's car?
Get away from me.
Did you hear that, Pop? Did you hear him tell me up when I asked him? That proves it. That proves it to my satisfaction.
You're his mother. If you don't want to spend the rest of your life in here, speak to him.
Try not to be bitter, dear. Junior, come over here to your mother.
Darling, there's one thing you must understand. Dan is our friend. He used to work with your father. He never had a gun. Never.
Oh, of course you'd say that.
Darling, I'm your mother. I wouldn't lie to you. Dan never had a gun.
Gee, are you sure?
Absolutely. Now stop eating that candy. You're going to spoil your supper.
No, it's dextrose. Ever since this case fell into my lap, I need all the energy I can get. Gee, that changes things. Wait a minute. I've got it, Pop, I've got it.
Whatever it is you've got too much of it.
I've got the answer. I know who killed the cashier.
Here we go again.
I'm going to put my operatives on this immediately.
Oh, no operatives. Look, no more ideas, Junior, please.
Junior, tell your father what it is.
Oh, no, I've got to work on this alone.
Junior.
Pop, it's just because I don't want to make you an accessory. On top of a murder rap, they might give you the chair. I'll see you later.
Junior, as your father, I forbid you to...
Don't worry about a thing. I'll have you out of here by morning. Junior, come back here. Everything's under control. Help! Stop it! Junior! Stop it! Get out of here! Come here!
Somebody stop that boy!
Remember now, Junior, my father said to make sure that those things don't get broken.
Don't worry. If operations are successful, we'll have him back to his jewelry store before sunrise.
Yeah, but what if...
There is no such word as what if. We must succeed. Your father can only lose his job, but my pop stands to get the hot seat.
But...
Forward.
Gosh, Junior, be careful with those. My father says merchandise is hard to get.
It's the wrong one. It's the next one. This is it.
I don't know, it seems kind of silly.
Quiet, bunglehead.
But, Junior,
You want to be old-fashioned?
golly, no, but I thought detectives were supposed to...
People don't use detectives anymore. They use psychiatrists. They work on your mind. Didn't you see how they captured the killer in Fogbound?
No?
Well, did you see Collapse?
No?
What's the matter? Don't you ever go to the movies?
Sure.
Well, then,
Okay.
it's the 0 hour.
Gosh.
For goodness sake.
Give up, Hudgens. The bell tolls for you. You can't hide murder. We've got you, Hudgens.
you'll burn. You're surrounded, Cudgens. Why don't you give up? Cudgens, come out with your hands up. Don't try anything. Come on, killer. You're through.
He's got a gun! After this assignment, I'm handing in my resignation.
I know you're in there, you little sneak. Are you coming out? All right, I'm coming in after you.
I got him, Horace! I got him! Come here quick, I got him! I got him!
Gosh, Junior, that's super!
And he thought I was in the closet. It's an old sucker's gag. Mr. Cudgens, I thought you were in the closet.
Gee, Mr. Cudgens, I didn't have anything to do with it.
How'd you get out of the closet? Mr. Cudgens, we didn't mean it, honest. We didn't think that you did it. We were just kidding, honest. Oh, Mr. Cudgens, we were just having a little fun.
Yeah? I think you kids have had just about enough fun to last you for the rest of your lives. Come on.
I'll take that.
I don't get it. How can anybody...
Go ahead and ask him, dear.
All right, I will. How did you know it was Cudgens?
Oh, well, gosh, Pop, he was a typical glandular case. Those hollow cheeks, those haunted eyes, that sallow complexion. Tell your father the truth, dear. Well, nobody believes what I say. So when Cudgens said he believed what I said, I don't believe what he said. You see?
Would you mind repeating that just one? No. On second thought, don't bother. Just tell me one word at a time. How did you know it was Cudgens?
Well, gosh, Pop, I don't expect anybody to believe my stories. Not really, I mean.
I shouldn't wonder. Things you make up.
Well, that's just it, Pop. It suddenly dawned on me in the jail. If Cudgens said I was telling the truth, I knew he must be lying.
Oh, say, that's pretty smart. You see, the kid was lying, so he knew... Junior, in the future, no more of those stories, do you understand? No more exaggerating, and that's final.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
How did the police know it was Cudgens?
Well, we've got a smart police department in this town, you know, and the lieutenant figured it out.
Tell us the truth, William.
Well, I just said for them to follow Junior. Oh, come on now. Enough of this nonsense. Get him off to school, Constance. He'll be late.
Come on, Junior. Okay, Mom.
How can that be at this hour?
Anybody home?
Well, good morning.
Hello,
this is a nice surprise.
We came to congratulate the conquering hero.
Yeah, where's Junior?
He's upstairs. Bill, we've got some guests. Come on in.
Ah, how are you, fellas?
Hello, Bill.
I'll get some coffee.
Oh, don't bother. Bill.
Yes, wasn't it? You should be a mighty proud man, Bill.
Well, I am, Jim. Tell you the truth.
Oh, that was some stunt those two youngsters pulled last night.
Two youngsters. Well, yes, Horace was there, of course, but, say, how do you like that kid of mine? The only one to tab Cudgeons. Took one look at him and knew he was a glandular type, you know. Hollow cheeks, haunted eyes. And then last night, barehanded, all by himself, he walked in that house and in the face of a gun, Oh, hello, honey. Well, here's your coffee, boys. What were you saying, Ralph?
Well, I wasn't saying a thing. You were telling us about a big...
Oh, yes, about the big bats. I caught up the little fellow, wasn't he, honey? Hardly worth putting in the frying pan. Telephone, dear.
Hello.
Well, as I was saying, last night, all by himself, he walked in. The first thing he had to do was get the gun away from him. Then he tackled him all the way around the way.
Don't believe everything you read in the newspapers. He had Cudgeons completely disarmed and helpless before the police ever even got there. You see, he used psychology. Recognized him for a glandular case, first man to ever set eyes on him.
Small wonder.